Spotify, Google, Apple, iHeartRadio. We see you guys. You guys still messing it up over there. But without further ado, let's get into that. NBA breakdown. And this week we got, and I know we did Boston already, but you know, these guys wanted to do another Boston. And if you guys in the chat, if you got any team, any game that you want us to do, don't hesitate to let us know.
Everyone in the chat, please drop Pistons games in the comments, please. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You feel me? So today we got the Cavs versus Boston 2008 Semi-Eastern Conference Finals Game 7. And boy, was it one of them. So I don't know if I want to go first this one. And I always start it off. I got to start it off. It's how we do it. It's how the segment starts. So this is my key breakdowns to the game. All right. Paul Pierce came out hot. All right. Paul Pierce came out on a mission. It was game 7. He knew what business needed to be taken care of, and he took care of that business. Okay. He took care of business, and I was like to see that. It wasn't too much defense. So I can't really point anything really out on the defensive end. It was a low-scoring game because there was a lot of missed shots, a lot of wide-open missed shots from the others. I would say I did take a note here, and I did say LeBron did have to do everything. So that LeBron did have to do everything, but so did Paul Pierce. All right, so I'm hoping somebody says what I want them to say in this breakdown, so I could cut them up real quick. But so did Paul Pierce, because Boston didn't play well that game either. If I must remind you guys, just one player, Ray Allen, went 1 for 6, 0 for 2 from 3, and finished the game with 4 points. So I just, that's not a key to winning. I don't know how Boston won this game on the back of Paul Pierce. Even though Bron finished with 45, Paul Pierce finished with 41. Paul Pierce still wanted it more. That's what it came down to. It came to star versus superstar. Paul Pierce versus LeBron. Who wanted it more? It was Paul Pierce. I'm going to kick it over to Lamar. Lamar, what was your breakdown on this game?
I kind of agree. Well, I kind of agreed with your take as far as Paul Pierce wanted it more. I kind of felt like the Celtics wanted it more. I think that was the moment, or that series was the moment where LeBron realized that he needed not just more help, but he needed to find an extra gear if he was going to win the championship. I think he's seen Paul Pierce go to an extra gear that he didn't see him. He's never seen Paul Pierce go to. And
Lamar cut out a little bit. Give him a second to come back. And I know Goat he snapped a picture of that picture already.
A little bit. Oh yeah, and your Goat probably has a
picture of it already, Lamar. So just know it's coming, Lamar.
Right now.
You froze.
Oh, you froze out a little bit.
You froze. And Lamar took a picture of that shit. I'm telling you. I mean, Goat took a picture, Lamar. You know him, bro. But go ahead, Lamar. Finish what you were saying.
So yeah, as I was saying, he tried to match his intensity, but he wasn't mentally as a player. He didn't know what that took at that moment. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to carry the Cavs to victory. And as much as people say LeBron has always carried his teams, he has, but in those playoff moments, he really didn't learn how to carry a team to a victory till he went in the playoffs like that to a finals till he went to Miami. He didn't know how to get until he started playing with Dwayne Wade. He had to learn how to win in crunch time with another player. And I think that was the moment where he said, damn, just looking across the court, looking at Paul Pierce is like, he's doing something that he's tapping into something that I haven't been able to, and I don't really even know how at this moment. And it's not just uplifting him, it's uplifting the rest of his teammates. But Boston played a hell of a defense on everybody throughout that series. And they were making basically like, LeBron, you beat us. If you beat us, then okay, we'll lose. And he wasn't, like I said, he just couldn't tap into that side where now if you do that, LeBron will beat you. Maybe not now at 38, but after that, and you did that to LeBron, he'll beat you.
He will beat you.
So that I kind of had the same assessment.
One thing that really stuck out to me during this game, bro, is it was clearly a battle of two heavyweights, right? You got Paul Pierce, you got LeBron James. But there was one person, bro, that was very, very important to this game, dog. Mr. PJ Brown with 10 points off the bench, a perfect 4 for 4, and he hit the free throws. Those were big shots, bro. And
PJ
this guy,
Brown, big shot.
watching the game, those shots came at big moments, dog. They came at huge moments.
He a real life Miami Heat role playing legend, bro.
Side note,
PJ Brown is
he played his role.
He a role playing legend. He used to do that with Zoe and Hart, bro. He a role playing legend.
Side note, Monte West made some key baskets down in
I was getting there. Hold on, let me get there.
Let Mulish cook. He's steaming.
Because look, hold on, wait.
2 shows ago,
because the second leading scorer in this game is none other than the notorious Delonte West, the person who's
Mr. I bang your mother, not your wife. Mr. I like moms, not wives. You feel me? You feel me?
Oh my gosh, bro. And it's crazy because I'm just thinking, I'm like, bro, like the mental games that LeBron was probably playing with himself, bro. Like, damn, I really gotta pass this nigga the ball. And he was like, he was deep sea diving in my mom's, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. And then like
cooking.
and you feel me? Like he was low-key going crazy, so I gotta keep going to him. You know,
Delonte West was in there like,
you know what I'm saying? So
looking at him like, damn,
you gonna pass me the ball, stepson, or what? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, stepson.
Pass me the ball, stepson. I got it. I'm open in the wing. And LeBron didn't shoot well, right? 3 for 11. And he shot like 28% from three. It was fucking horrible.
3 from 11.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible. So that you'll never win with that. But like you guys said, bro, Paul Pierce just came out super, super hungry. He came out with, to me, it looked like he wanted to prove something. Like, yo, we got this young bull in here. He's been going crazy. He's been doing his thing. But hey, I'm still the truth. Don't forget. Don't forget, I'm still the truth. I'm still him. So I just think that attributed to it. Neither team really played like lights out on defense. The Celtics had some really some bright spots.
Posey had some good spots on
they had some bright spots as well, where they kind of frustrated everybody else
spots on defense
as well. So it was kind of going back and forth, but really it was just the battle of the heavyweights, bro. Battle of, hey, he's LeBron, I'm Paul Pierce. He's Paul Pierce, I'm LeBron, and we just want to go at it all game, and somebody got to come out on top.
Go.
Great game. As Mulish said, it was a battle of the heavyweights, but I'm not going to focus too much on LeBron or Paul Pierce because those two had absolute great games. I am going to focus on some players that I did not like. Now, one player that I did not like how he played was the guy I have in my profile picture. Ben Wallace did not have a good game in this game, and I know he's not.
There? What were you looking from Ben Wallace?
More defense.
I think he gave you the best defense he could get out there. KD only scored 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Paul Pierce was killing in that paint. He was destroying everybody.
When you got to watch for KG, go ahead. I want you to finish your point. But when you got to watch for KG, it's hard to watch KG and then get to the other side when Paul Pierce is right there. But go do your thing.
Also, Ilgauskas didn't have the greatest game of his career too, in that he was definitely struggling. One player that I felt like should have played more was Anderson Varejao. When you look at the minutes he played and the fact that he scored 5 points, he had 2 rebounds. He was playing well, and I felt like they could have utilized him more in that game.
There's a young Anderson too, so I understand that point.
And he was young. And in terms of the Boston Celtics, I feel like one key difference is, even though Rajon Rondo or Kevin Garnett or other star players for the Celtics did not have a great game, they can at least do something else. They could at least either pass the ball or defend or rebound or do something else. The Cavs. Ray Allen did not do anything, but at least Rajon Rondo or Kevin Garnett could either play defense or pass the ball or do something else or distract on that offense. When you have fucking Joe Smith or Sasha Pavlovich not doing anything, and they can't do anything else either besides score, or Ben Wallace who can only do.
Honestly.
Yeah, they should have played Eric Snow or Ben Wallace, who can only play defense, and offensively was hot garbage. Like, that's the key difference, because at least the Celtics core can do something else, and we saw that in this game. They had threats. They had threats. and the Cavs did not have them, and that's the detriment to the Cavs for this game. That's why the Celtics won.
I want to point out something, right? Because I was talking to my physical therapist. Shout out Andre. That's not his name. His name is Andrew, but I call him Andre. Make him black. But I was telling him, like, people like to look at the 2007 finals and the 08 against Boston and be like, LeBron had no help. And, you know, you could probably say, you know, when we say LeBron have no help, what we do is what my physical therapist did. He pulled up stuff like this, right? Right, this is the box scores. He pulled up stuff like this, and he started reading the names off. Oh, the Cavs got Ben Wallace, LeBron James, Ilgauskas, Serback, West. What kind of lineup is that against Ray Allen, Rondo, Paul Pierce, Perkins, and Garnett? But it's like, okay, what was the production side of it, right? And after I got done breaking this down, he's like, damn, you really know your basketball. And I didn't mean to do that. I hit my phone. But he was like, you really know your basketball. And I was like, nah, bro, this is what we do. This is why we do the breakdown. This is why we do the endless. Like, Garnett gave Paul Pierce 13 points. Ray Allen, Mr. Ray Allen had a bad series. That was a bad series from not a bad game, a bad series. So,
that's
Paul
true.
Pierce was getting no help from Ray Allen, and he was only getting help from Garnett. And Rondo wasn't Rondo at that time. We all know Rondo was not Rondo at that time. My physical therapist said 8, 8, and 8. That's not the Rondo 8, 8, and 8 that we know.
That's not Rondo.
That's not the Rondo.
It's not the Rondo that we know.
Definitely not.
Obviously.
But when you look at the production of this game, right? This is why I said it was a juggernaut between the two heavyweights, because you expect Kevin Garnett gave you 1 point for every shot he took. He took 13 shots. He gave you 13 points. You got Ray Allen 1 for 6, 0 for 6, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Rondo 4 for 11. Like when we like to point out the LeBron end of it, which I understand. Like you'll see Kevin Garnett went 5 for 13. Nobody went for 5 for 13 on the Cavs. I understand. You know, we got 2 and 8 from Ilgauskas, 0 and 3 from Serbiak, 4 and 8 from West, 1 and 1 from Wallace. But if you look at production is even here. Granted, we got the 10 points off the bench. Granted, we got the 10 points off the bench.
That's the only difference. And
but behind LeBron James 45 and Paul Pierce 41, who had the second to third highest points? Delonte West. So, I mean, I wouldn't be too crazy to say that LeBron had a little bit more help than Paul Pierce did.
Honestly, especially
Paul Pierce had to get it from multiple people when he has a big three. See, and this is my thing. This is why I like doing breakdown.
The threats factor makes a difference, though.
Yeah, that's what I was
100%.
saying.
But the production factor matters 100%.
No, the production,
Yeah.
all right, you can have and that's where I agree with you. Is like that's where I hate when people say, "Oh, when they go to the finals when he lost, right?" And I'm like, did y'all really watch that finals, or do y'all just say he didn't have no help?
No, because they look at names.
Yeah,
if
because
you look at
the production of some of them role players,
or
they were doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But they weren't the names.
They weren't the names.
People just look at names. They don't look at production and what they do, what their role is.
At the same time, I understand the threats factor on defense. You're not guarding Delonte West like you guarding Dwayne Wade. You're not.
No, and 100%. But we can't. I just get tired of the argument. Oh, he this and that. It's like dumb guys had a bad game. They did. Ilgauskas had a bad game. Ilgauskas normally is going to knock down shots for LeBron. 100%. They had a bad game. But Boston, others and other superstars also had bad games.
Yep.
So for this game and for this series, you're not going to sit and tell me LeBron didn't have no help when technically in the one game takes all series, when it's down to one game 7. The only two people to step up is the superstars on each team, and nobody else really stepped up.
And here's the thing: it's the same thing to people like trying to say Jimmy Butler don't have. It's Jimmy Butler and the fun bunch right now, like with Miami, even though it's kind of shifted. If you really look at those players, Kellen Martin, and really like I hated that narrative from jump because Bam's an all-star. You know what I mean? Like he's not you wouldn't call him a top 5 big in the league, but he's a two-way player. He's an all-star. So it's not just Jimmy Butler. But then when you look at all those players, you don't know their names, but if you might be like, okay, it's just Jimmy Butler, Bam, and everybody else. But these guys are producing. Caleb Martin is trying to get a bag for himself. What's his name? Gabe Vincent is producing. Like, these guys are playing well. So you can't just look at their name and go, oh, well, it's just Jimmy
I don't
Butler
know
and
him.
everybody else.
Mhm.
That's what people do. They look at the names and they say, "Oh, I don't know who that is," because they don't understand the game of basketball. And to speak on your point about, oh, people aren't going to guard Delonte West like how they guarded D Wade. You're right, but in that moment, if he's cooking like how he's cooking, going
In the
50%
fourth
from the
quarter,
field and going 50% from three, you best believe as a coach, me making an adjustment, check his ass like he's D Wade, bro. Period. I don't give a fuck who that is.
Mhm.
Check his ass like he's D Wade, bro. He's cooking y'all right now.
Now, I would
Especially
say,
and especially when it's the playoffs and every possession matters.
It's the playoffs. It's a game 7.
And especially when it's a game 7 and a game that close.
And he's cooking y'all.
they got it down to 1 point twice.
And he's
1 point
cooking
twice,
y'all.
And then
What else to do, bro?
I'll let it focus, but people will look at this, right? Green is Boston, blue is Cavs, right? This is the overall box score of the game of what each team did. The Boston won in most categories, like 100% won in most categories. But the the Cavs went 7 for 22 from 3. Boston only took 12 threes. They went 5 for 12. They both shot 67 shots. Boston made 2 more shots. 2 more. That's how they won by 4 points. They made
the
2
game.
more shots.
That is the game.
Right.
That's why I said every possession in basket matters in the playoffs.
2 more shots. And who had 10
Free
points off
throws.
the bench and was perfect from the field?
Free throws,
Yeah.
right? Free throws. Cavs shot 35. Boston shot 34. That's even. You feel me? Even though the difference would be, it's not a big difference. Boston made 28 and Cavs made 25. But the thing that gets me is the rebounds too, because they got 48 to 40, right? You let them get 10 offensive and then 29 defensive, but the rebounds were still close. 9 to 20, like it was 40 to 48. That's close. Assists 13 to 20. That's kind of close. It's 7 on. Still, it's 3 to 7. That's not really close. But blocks, Boston had 1 more. Turnovers 28 to 22. Like, okay, you turn the ball over 28 times and then you're giving them 16 points on the turnover, but you guys got 15 points. So this is what I'm saying. When you go and you break down the game, this game was very fucking close, even with both teams playing like shit. It just was the stars stepped up. But we got to stop this little bullshit that, LeBron didn't have no help, because clearly we could look at this box score and tell you Paul Pierce didn't have no damn help either.
Clearly.
And
Ray Allen
was that was disappointing. And
that's
I feel
a
like
disgrace from Ray. And he had a
1
bad
for
series.
6. He was horrible in a series.
And they
Horrible.
benched him. He played
West-
30 minutes, but he played 30 minutes to the detriment of they needed him out there. Not that he was cooking, it's just they needed him out there. But good game. Boston knocked. That was the year Boston went and won a championship. So when we talk about that 08 Boston, put some respect. Hold on, I can put some respect on their name right now.
Well, we're not putting any respect on their name now.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Troy can put some respect on their name right now. You feel me? Troy can put some respect on their name.
It's not Celtics talk if he don't bust out the ring.
You feel me? After beating LeBron, we went on to win this thing right here. Hey. This is why Buab say we hold on to 2008, because I got one of these things. Okay,
he's holding on to it, and it's in his hand right now. You see it on the finger.
All right, but moving on. You know what? Oh man, I don't know where to start. So I'm gonna do this inside the post a little different, right? Because this show was supposed to happen yesterday. So I kind of had a speech planned out for Boston. So we're gonna go through that speech, and then we're gonna go through my post on Facebook when it was over for us, right? So basically, this was my speech to Boston. I said Boston has the will to win, right? And that sometimes hurts them because they're a good 3-point shooting team and they live and die by the threes, right? And we seen that. What you move me for? Go, come back. I'm gonna fucking go it up.
I froze. I missed the hole in the post. What happened?
Oh, y'all froze?
I did. I don't know what happened.
See, hold on. Okay. It's up. It's still there. So I'm gonna go. So right, we live by the 3. Good 3-point shooting team, but we showed that in the first 3 games, right? That we live and we die by the 3. We also showed it in game 4, but we're gonna get to that. Right? We live, but a team that has the will to win is never a team you want to count out. And they changed their mindsets. Don't let us get one. That's what Marcus Smart and Brown was saying, right? Oh, they got 1, then they got 2, and then they got 3. And it was like, oh shit, can we really do it? But Troy didn't think that. Troy never thought that Boston was going to win. You can ask these guys up here. Troy never thought they was going to win. It wasn't that my hope was crushed. I just know it's too big of a deficit to go and try to win 4 games straight, right? But they changed the way they played. They got 3-3, and we did something only 3 other teams have done, including ourselves. That's 4, and that's make it to a game 7. So I'm proud of Boston, and that's going to transfer me into what I said yesterday on Facebook. To Boston. I said, as a proud Boston fan, I still bleed green, but congratulations to the Heat. I do want to say I'm proud of Boston being one of 4 teams to force a game 7 after being down 3-0. It is amazing, and we don't get to see that. With that being said, it's time for some changes, and I'm not talking Brown and Tatum. You got to stop that. I'm not talking Brown or Tatum. Neither one of them. Say what you want about them. They still got some growing to do, and they will win a chip together, but they got to continue to grow and become better. Don't know if Joe is the coach them 2 are going to get behind. I'll be the first to say it. I want Emmanuel Udoka back. And that is going to conclude my in the post. So now let's get to that game. Let's play.
Now,
Game 7 happened yesterday. Boston loses. The Heat beat us by 20. Boston went back to their old ways of game 1, 2, and 3, shooting threes. They missed 10 threes, and just kept shooting those things. And then when people blame Joe, everybody be like, it's not Joe, it's Tatum and them. But nah, you got to call a timeout. You got to start drawing plays up to get these guys to the basket, get the rhythm back. He didn't, the players didn't. I know people don't, and I've seen it all over Facebook. People don't care about Jason Tatum spraining his ankle on the first play of the game.
That's important. I don't care what anybody says.
Take it from a guy. Story time. Stealing it from the football show. Troy used to play street ball a lot. I was a good basketball player. You can ask anybody that I grew up around. I was a beast. All right. Yeah, I was a beast. But Troy sprained his ankle one day. Right? Went home hobbled because I sprained my ankle. The next day I woke up, my ankle was still kind of hurting. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go play on it anyway. And Troy decided to go outside and play on that damn ankle again. Guess what happened? Troy sprained that same ankle again. That's 2 days in a row I sprained my ankle. But guess what? Troy didn't learn there. Because, I don't quit. I went outside the next day. And guess what? I played some more ball, and I damn near broke my ankle. It felt like my tendons were just hanging from my foot. And I went home, and my dad looked at me. He's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, I love ball. That's what we seen from Jason Tatum last night. That same mentality. He loved ball. Most players, and I don't care what y'all say. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Most players that sprain their ankle like he did, them asses is in the back, bro. Them asses is in the back, bro. Tatum did not go to the back. He stayed in that game all game, and you see him wincing. You see him when he's jumping, it's hurting. So Tatum doesn't, get injured. I'm not saying Boston wins it. I think it's a more competitive game. I still got the Heat taking it. But Tatum's injury, for you guys that's dismissing it, him spraining his ankle, no, that's a big thing. And the person I would put the most blame on, even though I know he took blame last night, I'm going to kick it to Lamar because he's a Heat fan. Jaylen Brown sold, as you guys say, in that game last night. He had 8 turnovers. He made bad decision. He has bad decision making all last night's game. And I know a lot of you fans like to talk about how JT, he doesn't make good decisions. He's bad at this. He's bad at that. No, JT and JB have some of the same deficiencies that they both need to work and fix.
They both get a lot of turnovers. And JB, to be honest, I love Jaylen Brown's game. I like Jaylen Brown's game a little bit, or his temperament, really, should I say, a little bit more than Jason Tatum's. But he's not as polished. And from the outside looking in, I kind of disagree with you, Troy. as far as what you said, and as far as don't break up Tatum and Brown.
I know y'all all disagree.
Nah, I seen it take. I didn't disagree at first because I thought they could be like, I mean, it's gonna sound crazy, but I thought they could be like Mike and Scotty, like, you know, that wing tandem. But
hopefully not. We can get to that later.
But
They can.
I seen it. What's his name? Emmanuel Acho. He made a great
Emmanuel
comparison.
Acho.
He said they are fighting for who's the alpha, and Brown is so good that feels like he's the alpha on the team, and Tatum's so nice that he's not going to just assert his dominance.
No,
and he said it
I gotta
was
stop
similar
you,
to
Lamar.
like just let me hear me, let me cook. He was similar
that's not cooking because that's a 3-year-old motherfucking tape.
Nah,
that's
so,
a 3-year-old tape. No, hold on, Lamar.
Finish.
That's a 3-year-old tape. They've been saying that about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown the whole time they've been playing together.
So it's not. It's 6 years. Let me finish. They compared it to KD and Russ. 6 years, 6 years. 4 finals appearances. 4 conference finals appearance, 1 finals appearance, no W. It's the exact same. They split up. Russ becomes an MVP. KD wins 2 rings. It was better for the both of them. Now, you saying that's a 3-year-old comparison, but you got to start looking at it. We 6 years in, not 3, 6. Okay.
We have to look at the context of it.
The craziest shit is though, all of that stopped last year. That mumbling stopped last year. Now all of a sudden Boston lose again, and you go right back to the bullshit motherfucking takes they need to break up because this is what happened with this player. No. JT and JB. That's fine, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is not KD and it's not Russ. I don't care how similar you want to connect other people's situation to it. It doesn't equal to it, okay? They're not the same players as Russ and KD. They don't have the same dimension of play. They don't have the same dimension of play as KD and Russ. So what?
Can they play together and win a championship?
A lot of their time playing together isn't done yet. This is the thing I don't understand about you guys, right? Right? They just started really getting better, winning, having a team to compete with, right? They just started getting it. So now you're telling me that, it's a tantrum because of these two and they're fighting over control, but nobody said they were fighting over control last year when they made the finals. Now all of a sudden they lose, and now it's, they're fighting over control, but this is the 3-year-old take. They've been saying that for the last 3 years, and you know when it stopped? Last year, when Tatum and Brown made it to a finals. That's when that talk stopped. That they're fighting for control. What happened last year? Why wasn't they fighting for control last year? Because Brown was the second option last year, if I'm not motherfucking mistaken. And Brown was played like a second option this year, if I'm not motherfucking mistaken. He stepped up in times that he needed to, and he's always done that. So what is the comparison between anybody else and what Tatum and Brown is? This is the thing about basketball.
It was Russ always.
That kills me. This kills me about basketball. We're so early to break fucking teams up, and we want to compare it to another team that broke it up. Russ was successful for winning an MVP. Did Russ ever win a championship? No, he fucking didn't. So now I'm going to take that same situation. I'm going to tell you, one of them are going to go win 2 championships. One might win an MVP, and that's it. That's not the same success. Russ does not have the same success as KD. It didn't work out the same for both of them. It did not. And it was going to work out the same for both JT and JB if they stay together. You're missing pieces there in Boston. That's all you're doing. And JB and JT isn't it. Nobody is saying if JB and JP was like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George always injured, that I would agree with you niggas. These niggas play well together. It's just
they play together and they not injured. And they my point is this. All right, you saying they need different pieces. All I know is since they've been there, them 2 pieces, they are very good together. They are very good together. Nobody's knocking that. But the Boston Celtics and Danny Ainge have shuffled pieces around them niggas 3 or 4 fucking times now. They went from
that's not even. So Jaden's rookie year, second year. So Jalen, JB, and JT.
Guards
so hold on. JT and JB's rookie year. That's not them. That's not them shuffling players around JB and JT, right? So and when Kyrie was there, that's not them shuffling players around JB and JT.
That's a bad fit.
You can say when Kemba got there, then they started shuffling picks around for JB and JT. They didn't do that shit the whole 6 years. So don't do that, Lamar.
I didn't say the whole 6 years.
You said they shuffle players around them all the time. No, it's been the last 3 years.
I said 3 or 4 times. So 3 years.
Okay, so what are they supposed to do? And how many pieces do they shuffle around?
How many times do you do it until you go, okay, maybe these that we don't shuffle on ancillary pieces. Maybe we need to move the main pieces. That's my question. I'm asking the question. How many times do you shuffle the pieces around something before you
So
go, okay, maybe we need
but
two of the main pieces?
Boston's core has been there. Besides, if you take Kemba and you take Kyrie out, that core has been there together. JT, JB, Marcus Smart, and Al Horford, even though he went to Philly 76ers and came back, he's been there. So the main 4 or 5 guys has always been there. The pieces they shuffle around is the bench pieces. Right. Not everybody wins a title. Not everybody wins a title. What did the Bucks do? Who did the Bucks shuffle around? Who did the Bucks? Lamar, answer me this one thing. Who did the Bucks shuffle around? Who did the Bucks shuffle around? Nobody, right? Did they win a title this year? No. So you can shuffle, you cannot shuffle. It doesn't mean it. You want to keep your core guys together and find the right recipe around them to work. That's what you want to do. Every NBA now is throwing their pieces away. You see Deontay Murray gets sent away from Seattle. No, it's not.
Be the formula. I'm asking a question.
It's too early now because JT and JB, if they had the realms for 6 years, then I'll be like, all right, yeah, now we got to do something. But you messed it up when you got Kyrie. Kemba fucked it up. Gordon Hayward fucked it up. Brad Stevens fucked. They didn't have all this success that everybody's looking at. They didn't have all the success that everybody's looking at. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's amazing. That's amazing that they've done that. But you forget that JT and JB still had to sit behind Kyrie. Kyrie just came out and told a story that he used to go in Boston locker room like, I'm better than all you motherfuckers. Play me if you don't think so. That's the mentality that young cats had to put up with there. And you want to talk about, they shuffle people. No, they didn't. They were trying to get a good formula before JB and JT was there.
But then you're saying the pieces, Kemba messed it up. All these people messed it up. Like,
did Kemba do what he was supposed to do there?
Before the 3 years.
Did Kemba do what he was supposed to do there? Did Gordon Hayward do what he was supposed to do there? No, right? So those are pieces that's fucking up the plan that they had in place. So when you talk about shuffling pieces, Lamar, that shit matters.
That's doing what they're supposed to do there.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
All right, Robert Williams is a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think if Robert Williams stay healthy, they have a better chance.
100% if Robert Williams stay healthy, but that's not an excuse. That's just his health. He can't stay healthy.
That's not an excuse.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop trying to break up teams when you can win with them. JB and JB can win together. They just need the right fund. I've been screaming for 2 fucking years. We need a point guard. We need a point guard. Everybody know Marcus Smart, great point guard, great fucking point guard. No, the fuck he is not. No, he is not. If we can get a fucking real point guard that can take the ball out of JB and JT hand, all this fucking talk about splitting them up would stop. You guys do this shit with everybody. Oh, Bron and AB needs to fucking split up. This person and this person. Nobody can fucking play together no more.
But they have a real point guard and Malcolm Brogdon.
I would like to see Brogdon. I would like to
everybody would. That's what we've been calling for all season.
Because Brogdon is the type of dude
trade one of them. That's keep them the fuck together.
Brogdon into the starting
lineup. Because Brogdon is a good passer.
You know what? Troy's coming to the realization. Troy is coming to the realization that everybody wants JB and JT to break up because everybody wants JB, and that's fine. He's a good fucking player. He's a great fucking player. He's a great player, but he ain't going nowhere. I promise you that he ain't going nowhere. I don't want
them to break up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want them to stay together because of the simple fact that
I don't want them to break up, but I'm starting to I'm just putting this point out there is because I'm starting to look at it as a possibility. Maybe that
fuck that dude Acho. Maybe sit over here twisting Lamar brain and shit.
It's the writing on the wall, right? There's a lot of people that are out here.
Like maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out that
I don't think that. I don't think it. I don't.
Maybe these guys need to break up. Now, me personally, I'm like, fuck that. You guys are tripping. There's no fucking way. Move the headpiece. That's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Move the headpiece, which means Joe Mazzulla, your ass is up out of there, right? Mm-hmm. Now you can focus on whoever the headpiece is, and that he can sit up there and he can build his and construct his team the way he wants it to be and have a full on season. Now, look, this is the thing that really fucked the Celtics up, right? You have a coach, Ime Udoka, right? That takes a team that was dysfunctional in the first half of last season and takes them to the finals, right? Now that team is looking to revamp. They go out and they go get a Malcolm Brogdon. They go out and go get the necessary pieces, right? But then some bullshit happens, and now Ime has to be gone. And then they say, oh, well, we're going to suspend him. Oh, but we're not going to suspend him. We're going to fire him. Oh, we're not going to fire him. We're going to suspend him. Oh, don't worry, you guys are going to have your coach by this time of the season. Surprise, he's gone. You guys will have to deal with this young bro here who really don't know what he's doing, and coach is ego-based, but he's pretty good, so we're going to let y'all rock with him. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to now, he's trying to sit up there and put his program in and his offensive set in, and they're like,
change the way Marcus Smart was playing from last year.
I don't really think that's going to rock, dog, because the shit that we was doing last year is what got us to the finals. The shit that we doing this year, we struggling to win games, my guy. So what you got us doing?
Identity.
You know what I'm saying? We
Like,
giving up
then
20-point leads in the second half.
JT is 25. Who's
You know what
won
I'm
a
saying?
championship before 25 without a superstar teammate? Magic Bird. Magic had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bird had Mikal. So we're looking at a 25-year-old like, you got to go win the championship. JB, you 26, you got to win it. No. When did LeBron win his first championship? At what age? Can somebody tell me that when he won his first championship?
27.
26, 27.
I just think that time together. Like, it's not I get tired of that shit.
Saying. It's starting to get.
Because they went from Brad Stevens in 3 years span. They went from Brad Stevens to Emmanuel Doka to Joe Musala. You don't think that takes a toll on anybody? That's three different offenses that they have to run. Hold on. They get the perfect setup. They get the perfect setup with Emmanuel Doka. It's when they're at their best with Emmanuel Doka. Then, like Mooley said, Emmanuel Doka goes in somebody's wife. And then he's out, right? Hold on, Lamar. He's out. No, we can't let it go. You can't let it go. You want to know why? You want to know why you can't let it go? You want to know why you can't let it go? Because it affected the players, Lamar. You're telling the players to fucking let go of somebody that they just started to believe in. They just started to put their all into me, Emmanuel Doka. You can, if you play ball, you know when you fucking believe in a coach. If that nigga's going, that shit hurts.
It directly affected the outcome of the season.
But I'm just saying, and you do.
They can't let that shit go. And then Boston lied to him. Boston lied to him. They told me he was suspended for a year, and then they fired him.
Going through, bro.
Right. For what? From what? They had Brad Stevens for a while. And then they replaced Brad Stevens with the guy who was supposed to be there for 10 years. And then he fucked up. He did. Udoka fucked up. But then you lie to the players and say, oh, we're going to suspend him for the year. And then halfway through the year, he's about to sign with the Nets. What did Marcus Smart say when he's about to sign? Oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, we just thought he was suspended for the year. He'll be back. Because they believed in that guy. That's going to fuck up your mental when you believe in a guy. Now you got to turn around and try to put your faith in another guy. That's fucking up what you did to succeed.
That directly affects the relationship between a coach and a coach and the player. If you have this new coach that's coming in ego-based and he feels like his system is better than the old system.
Is Emmanuel Doka ain't coming back through that door, though.
You're right. But at the end of the day,
that's the problem.
Based off this season, that situation directly affected their season. There's nobody that's gonna sit up here and tell me that if Ime Udoka was coaching in that they're in the finals right now.
If Emmanuel Udoka was coaching, we ain't down 3-0.
If Ime is coaching, they're in the finals. Nobody's gonna tell me different, bro. I'm sorry. That team got better in the offseason. They looked a lot better when Ime was coaching. Then you have this new coach that comes in and he wants to fuck up everything.
Switches everything
That's the reason why Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown were going at him all season. The whole season, all the subliminals they were talking about was about him. That directly lies into the problem. Like that cannot happen.
Gonna be a show.
And also, like, we can take Marcus Smart for an example. He played so much better with Emmanuel Doka. He looked so much better with Emmanuel Doka. Now with Joe Mazzulla as the coach, he cannot perform at the level he performed last year. He has not been playing at the level he played last year. And in terms of the offense, I'm not going to really blame Mazzulla for the offense because he had to change it. He's the new coach. He has a right to change it.
He didn't have to change it.
I was going to say he didn't have to change it.
But like,
he wanted to put his own touch on it, like every fucking coach does and comes in and fucks shit up. It doesn't.
But I'm saying like that's why I felt like, Emmanuel Udoka is so important for the Celtics. As you guys said, when you have a coach that you really believe in and he leaves, that's going to mess you up because and especially Emmanuel Udoka, he was fantastic for the Celtics. So with him being gone, it affects them mentally. New offense, new things to learn, and in such short span, and it's struggling. It looks horrible. And listen, I want to keep these two guys together because they're young. I feel like they can win a chip someday. I feel like they're going to develop together. I feel like they have good chemistry together. I feel like they need a new point guard and they need new bench players, and I feel like they could go farther, and especially a new coach. They need a new coach immediately. So that's my take on it, on what the Celtics need to do. I do not agree with the point that we should just get rid of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown because they had one quote-unquote bad year. So I don't agree with it.
You said you had a question.
I don't even think they had a bad year. I just think that if they trying to be a championship team, then everything needs to be on the table at some point. Right now, maybe not. It might still be too soon for this.
Mm-hmm. Another screenshot coming.
Yeah, another screenshot coming. I'm a car. He's a talking car. I'm a car. Go ahead, Lamar. You froze again.
I'm saying, you froze up again, man. You feel me?
I am car.
A boy over there in the Ice Age, man. He over there in the Ice Age.
Oh shit. Go ahead, Lamar.
I heard the Bay is cold right now. I'm just playing.
You good, Lamar? I don't know.
He left.
Lamar he's having fucking difficulties.
Man, I feel like Lamar got the base god curse.
Oh man. All right. I don't want to get stuck on Boston. I wasn't planning.
Carmelo. No.
I wasn't planning to get into that.
I am car.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Technical difficulties, man.
All right, you said you had a question you want to ask me. Ask your question so we can move on.
All right. You know, in the playoffs, rosters get small. They go to 8 people, right?
That's just about, yeah.
So who out of the 8 would you swap out or would you improve on to make the Boston Celtics a championship team, or is it just like Moody, they just need a better coach?
Well, I told you, I think we need a point guard. I think. Well, Brogdon was hurt. Another thing is Brogdon tore something in his arm this series too, so we couldn't use Brogdon. True. We couldn't use Brogdon how we wanted to use Brogdon because I think Brogdon could have made a factor in the game if he was 100%. So he wasn't 100%. But what I'm saying is, you keep JT. To me, you get rid of Marcus Smart. You find yourself a pass-first point guard, right? That can give you 12 to 15 points, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe 20 to 25 if needed. Right, I don't want to score first a guy that's going to look to score like Marcus Smart, and Joe Mazzulla can't use him that way. He has to use him as a guy that's going to set the offense up for JB and JT to get them in their spots. Because right now, JB and JT has to either get themselves in their spots or get each other in their spots, and that's what hinders Boston. What you also need is a healthy big man. I like Rob Williams, but I would have loved for us to grab Miles Turner 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I would have loved for us to grab Miles Turner, and I think if we got a chance without giving up Brown to get Ayton, I think that might be a piece we can go get too, because we don't need Ayton's offense. We just need his rebounding, his shot blocking, his defense in the paint, and that type of stuff. But my two things I've been saying for 2 years: point guard, big man, JT and them two in the middle, and a shooter at the fucking 2 or whatever you want to, because JB could be the 4 and JT could be the 4 and JB could be the 3, or however you want it, or you need a small forward, which you can start Al Horford there.
Got you.
If you still want to do
Marcus Smart is the person that you swap.
I always said I've been saying trade Marcus Smart.
This is what I look at all the rosters.
Another screenshot.
I just see that Marcus Smart is. I mean, I feel it. I respect it. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with moving Marcus Smart. I definitely think if you move him, especially if you can get another piece back or a few pieces back, somebody that can give you. I
would have liked a Mike Conley, a younger Mike Conley would have been dope for this team.
And honestly, that would have been perfect because somebody who can come out, he can shoot the 3, he can create his own shot at the 2, and he's going to get your other stars involved.
But he's going to put them first. He's going to put your stars first.
That's the thing. Somebody who's going to put the offense first.
Yeah.
Exactly, but I think this is where they've kind of messed up at trying to use Derek White in that role when he's not that kind of player. He's not a point guard kind of player, and you're trying to use him and Marcus Smart as like a tandem to kind of run the offense and try to set up a JB or a JT, but it's not necessarily working because Derek White is a shooter.
Yep,
he's a shooter. So they're going to sit on the perimeter to guard him because they know he can't create his own shot off the dribble. He's not going to drive past me. So,
well, he was driving past him in Game 7. So,
he was. He was working Game 7. I'm not going to lie to you. He was working Game 7. Could have shot a little better from 3, but I'm not going to hold it against him. But I just think that if you move Marcus Smart, fine. Keep him, fine. But put somebody there that's going to make your offense flow better. It's just quite literally what it is. And I think that's the reason why I think Joe Mazzulla, I'm sorry. I know you're young and you barely just got a stint, but I think you need to go out. I do not think you're right for that fucking team.
Like I said at the end of that Facebook post, I don't think Joe is the guy those guys are going to buy into.
I don't think he is.
I don't think the players believe in him. I don't think the offense is right.
They're not buying into that guy. I'm sorry.
They're not. And I just think if they get somebody else who can work with that team and not against that team, they're right back in the finals just like they were last year.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like for Lamar to come up here and be like, you got to split them up. Oh, they Westbrook and KD is like, no, Westbrook and KD had a power struggle 100%. Brown and JB had a power struggle at the beginning of their tenure together, but there's no more power struggle. I don't see that between them two. They know who is who now. They know who's who.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you need the right pieces. Like it doesn't matter how many times you try to put the right pieces around somebody. How many times did they build a team around Kobe?
True.
How many times did they shuffle pieces around Kobe, Lamar? Like that shit happens.
Really,
like
I mean,
that's the problem. Like you can try to build around a team, you can try to shuffle pieces, but a lot of people pick the wrong pieces due to ego,
right.
due to pride, because they just don't know what the fuck they talk about.
Go
or
get Jordan Clarkson and
like,
have that guy coming off the bench because that's
like
you're gonna give us some scoring.
You can't just go get a guy and think that, oh yeah, well I got a piece, so he should.
And he's gonna give us some of these because you know
no, you got to get the right piece. And when you add a Kyrie, no, that's not the right piece. Yes, he's a dynamic player, but he's not the right piece for the fit for that team. You add a Gordon Hayward, he didn't even play.
I used to go in there and tell him I'm better than all. Like that's not what those young guys need to hear. And,
It's like you probably are.
Now we got to shuffle y'all up because Kyrie was supposed to stay. And that's another thing, Lamar. When you say they shuffled the team up. And I said, Kyrie, that shit's Kyrie's fault because Kyrie's supposed to resign there. We wouldn't have to reshuffle the team and go get fucking Kemba Walker if Kyrie just stuck to his word and re-signed, even though I didn't want him to resign. But if he stuck to his word and re-signed, then we wouldn't have to reshuffle the team again. Then it would have just been find a big man. That would have been the only thing left for us to do. Now we got a tantrum of fucking Kyrie, JT, JB, and whoever the big man is, Miles Turner or whoever it is. Like, Boston made mistakes along the way building this team around JT and JB. People just look at, because they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals 5 times out of the last 6 years, then now they tried and they keep failing. No, it's been different pieces fucking up different parts of the team. Gordon Hayward set us back 3 years.
Big time.
3 years Gordon Hayward set us back.
And I feel like one thing that's very important in the NBA is a lot of people in the front office don't do this. They choose talent over fit sometimes. And I feel like talent is definitely important, but sometimes in a team for the Celtics where you have 2 extremely, extremely talented players in JT and JB, obviously you need more talent, but you need more fit.
Yeah.
You need way more fit.
It comes down to a fit.
Yeah, you need a fit. You need maybe a better fit. You need a big fit at point guard, as Troy said, someone who can pass the ball and not take too much from JT and JB. So yeah, just choose fit. Choose fit
talent
over talent. That's the most important.
All right, let's get to this dumbass Scottie Pippen.
I like that.
It's Lamar got to tell me what he said about the Warriors, but let's start what he said about MJ. So Scottie Pippen has come out and he has made some new comments about MJ. Now we all know Scottie Pippen is going through a hard time and he's hurt because Michael MJ Jr. is doing a little wizardry with his ex-wife.
Oh shoot! Oh,
a little wizardry with his wife.
Oh my
you feel
God.
me? You know Scottie Pippen over there with a glass of wine, like. He over there calling for.
Oh man, he so is.
Hey, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen called MJ. MJ said,
"Stop it. Get some help."
MJ Jr. is giving Scottie Pippen's ex-wife the light skin stare like this, man. He's looking at her like this.
Nah, he hitting it from the back, laughing like this.
Hey, Scottie is salty that Michael Jordan's son is in the batting cages with his wife and is batting a 400 right now. If y'all don't watch baseball, a 400 is very, very, very good.
Hey, so Scottie came out and Scottie said, "I've seen Michael Jordan play before I came to the Bulls. He's a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. One-on-one, shooting bad shots. All of a sudden, we're team winning. Everybody forgets who he was." Scottie, let me give you a little rude awakening. Ever since LeBron has become into the Michael Jordan atmosphere of the GOAT debate, people forget who you are. All right, they put you in a place where you don't belong. Okay. I was talking to a guy earlier today, and he was like, "No, I'm not saying Scotty is, that, but Scotty did help. Yeah, Scotty, you helped. You were, but come on, bro. We saw what you did by yourself with a 3-time championship team, right?
Same roster too.
Same thing. Everybody like to hold against Jordan. Scotty, we seen what you did with it by yourself.
Troy, let me ask you a question real quick,
You
bro.
averaged 2 more points, nigga.
Let me ask you a question real quick, bro.
You averaged 20 with Jordan, 22 without Jordan. That's a big fucking gap, Scotty.
Not to cut you off, let me ask you a quick question real quick, Troy. Wasn't it Scotty that held his shoe up on live television? And wasn't it a Jordan shoe and he was pointing at him, telling him to come back?
I don't want to talk about Scotty's crying. We don't want to talk about Scotty's crying.
I just had to ask to make sure.
Let's not talk about all the other times Scotty was on podcasts talking about MJ's the GOAT. MJ's the GOAT. MJ's the GOAT. If I had to pick to play with LeBron or Jordan, I'm picking Jordan. That's what you said. That's what you said, Scotty. Now all of a sudden it's on your ex-wife, and now it's he can't play no more. I mean, he was a horrible player. Like, yeah, we know Michael came in with struggles. Michael's came in, he shot a lot because he was the best player on the team. He came in a rookie and had to show the fuck out. But Scotty, you hurt bad, bro. You hurt bad, and it's even hurting you more. It's hurting you more that everybody's putting you in this GOAT debate. Because now you're hearing it. You're probably in these Facebook forums too, looking at everybody bask over you helping Jordan get 6. And you're like, yeah, that's me. You're just like Robert Horry. You hear people chirping and now you think you deserve a documentary. But Scotty, you might deserve one. That's the thing. But you ain't going to get one acting like this. You feel me?
You deserve a documentary, just not for basketball, big dog.
Not for.
I just want to say a few things, right? Because I listened to this and then I was watching it, right? And I watched the whole little fucking interview and I had to go back and watch the whole little clip from the actual podcast. It's from one of their ex-teammates' podcast and whatnot. So he was basically goes on to say that LeBron is going to be that's going to go down as the greatest statistical player, and everybody tried to take that and run with it and try to spin it and say it or try to make it seem that he said LeBron was the best player, right, of all time. He literally said out of his words verbatim that he's not going to debate the whole or pick the whole greatest player because he doesn't think there is one greatest player because the thing is so team oriented. But I want to go back to one thing that he said. Man, because this was kind of interesting to me. He said that Jordan was a bad player that took a lot of bad shots. So he was only in the league 4 more years before you got there. And how I'm just trying to figure out how even in the year he got hurt, 22 points.
Still averaged like 22 points, yeah.
22 points. But even the year he got hurt, his rookie year, he averaged 28 and 2, mind you. 28 and 2, mind you. Hold on. 3-point percentage was ass, right? Because Jordan wasn't a 3-point shooter. We all knew that shit. But he shot 52% from 2, right? Now, this is the thing about it, right? Because he wants to say Jordan took a lot of bad shots or he is a bad player. You weren't on the team. So he had nobody to really rely on other than
drug addicts.
I was going to say, could somebody give me a name?
Drug addicts.
That's what I thought. And
2 of them that got banned from the league. Remember that? Let's to leave that out, but
so he didn't want to talk about how they were playing with bad teammates, how they were playing with a bad front office, how they were playing with bad coaching, and Jordan was literally out there trying to make it work, and not to mention drag they sorry ass to the goddamn playoffs every single goddamn time, right? So I'm just trying to figure out how can somebody be a bad player, and I'm sorry, I'm lost. How you spent so much time paying attention to him when you were playing yourself? Like, you only a few years behind him, bro. You should be worried about the draft. Maybe that's why you can lead your team to a fucking championship anyways, or keep your wife. But
no, I want to go back to the season that he played with a 3-time championship team, added Kukoc, and you fucking went to the second round, got beat by the Knicks. Nigga, I don't that shit.
And everybody wants to say, MJ
had that team. If MJ had that team without you, Scotty, they beat the Knicks in the second round. I don't know if they go to the finals, but they beat the Knicks in the second round.
Scotty don't believe what he's saying himself. Like,
no,
he's
not at all.
He
in the same interview when they asked him about the Warriors and that 73, if they would beat the Warriors, if the hypothetical, he said, "Come on now, we was the best team ever. If MJ would have stayed playing, we would have won 2 more championships." So how is he a horrible player? But in the same breath, you say we would have beat them. We damn near would have swept them. He said the Warriors didn't have a chance. He said they got beat by coming off a championship team by a makeshift team and the Lakers by a playing team. So how they think they could beat us? Basically is what he said. But you just shitted on Michael Jordan. But in the same interview, you like, well, if we would have Mike, we would have won 2 more championships. We's the best team ever. Which one is he? Just in a place of pain, and he don't even believe things that's coming out of his own mouth.
I just want.
That's a fact.
I just want one thing, bro. I just want one thing. I just want people to stop speaking on Michael Jordan because as if he still can't come out here and bust your ass. Like every single time y'all come out and say something about this dude, it only makes you look worse.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Like everybody want to come out and have their own little opinion and think pieces about Mike. Like a lot of fucking people didn't watch him. That's the thing. Y'all coming out here and saying this shit. Like a lot of fucking people didn't watch the same shit. We all watch the same goddamn things.
Man,
And
Scotty came into the league a baby deer, nigga. His knees is knocking together.
And listen,
you really weren't even a factor the first few years of your league. So there's no reason why you should be this fucking loud talking, bro. Like, stop doing all that. I hate when these fucking old ass the same people that Jordan played with and competed against or competed with want to come out and be all loud and be talking all this shit. You're only doing yourself a disservice, bro. Literally, you're only doing yourself a disservice. You don't see nobody coming out and doing that shit about fucking Kobe. Nobody comes out and does this shit about even fucking LeBron now, bro. You're doing yourself a disservice when you're coming out and you're talking to these. You're talking about the people that you played with, won champions with, or competed against, and you're doing everything in your credit to fucking discredit them or take away from them. That's weird. Shut up. Write your book. Go get another wife and raise your motherfucking kid and teach him how to fucking play basketball better in the goddamn league. But if you ain't doing that, be quiet, because this shit is getting embarrassing for a whole bunch of grown ass men. Y'all are grown. You should be fucking embarrassed, dog.
And let me say one thing. Pippen said, "Oh, before I joined, Jordan was this. He took bad shots, blah blah blah. When I joined, he was a better player." When you joined and when you played the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, what happened?
Talk to him.
MJ was taking hits after hits after hits after physical hit after foul after foul. He was still putting up 32 and 6 assists, 7 rebounds, more than you, Scottie Pippen. You guys damn near had the same 3-point percentage. You only had 16 points while playing 40 minutes. You were playing horribly in some of these games. You were getting exposed. You were getting physically outnumbered. You did not change Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan changed himself. Yes, you added to it.
And
yes, you helped. Yes, you helped. And he changed you.
And
his mentality after that Pistons series was, I'm never going to be hit like this again. I'm going to change my body. I'm going to change myself to be better. Even while putting up 32 points. You did do that. Pippen, I'll give you credit. You did change. But you did not change Michael Jordan. So stop with that narrative. Stop talking trash. I know you're angry that Michael Jordan took your glory and now his son is going to change Larsa and turn him into Larson Jordan. I know it hurts you, but don't discredit the GOAT.
You better not take the Jordan last name, bro. I'm telling you.
Just one more thing, just to speak on that. Everybody wants to talk about how bad Jordan was as a teammate and how bad Jordan was as a person, how bad he was as this, how bad he was as that. Bro, all of that shit y'all put up with to do what? Win championships, right? Y'all wasn't saying this shit when y'all was winning championships and getting extra sponsors and getting extra money and getting all the extra bonuses and shit like that. Y'all wasn't saying none of that. But now, he was an asshole. He was a bully. He's just y'all all rolled with that. Y'all all took on that same fucking mentality and rolled that to 6 championships. So I don't want to hear nothing about he was a fucking bad person now and he did this. Nah, because all y'all were. Because all you guys were a part of that train that won 6 chips with him. So stop all that noise, Scotty.
And like Scotty, man, like to me, if I was a player on that team and I won those championships, I would be forever grateful that I played with Michael Jordan, that he helped me change as a player. You need to do that.
Scotty was a boy. He messing up his legacy because he do deserve a documentary. He is one of the greatest defensive wings we ever seen. He was a great player.
Absolutely.
Going off sad.
Literally.
That's the thing that frustrates me, man.
Like it.
Like that's the thing that frustrates me.
Him and Isaiah Thomas, he probably drinks with Isaiah Thomas now.
They probably keep together.
They probably drink together.
They're going to a bar talking about, that.
But leave
that man alone.
Let's leave Scotty alone.
Yeah, let's leave Scotty alone and let's talk about something. No, I'm joking.
Let's get to the debate we came for. The Carmelo Anthony debate. which is going to be followed up by you will see. So last time on Basket to Basket, if you caught it towards the 1 hour mark, we kind of got into a little debate about Carmelo going to the Heat instead of Bosh, and if Carmelo was getting the rebound Bosh was getting. And some people like to think he was a second option, not a third option. So we're going to clarify that up, and then we're going to get into a segment. This is all going to lead to a segment, and Carmelo will be judged at the end of it. All right. So, Mooch, I wanted to start off by saying, fuck you. No, I'm playing. Oh, shit. Nah, but what's up, man? You've been talking all that good shit just a second ago. But, Carmelo is not. I'm going to start. Carmelo is not a second option on that Heat team. He is not going to be in the position Chris Bosh was when Chris Bosh got the rebound and kicked it to Ray Allen. He will be on the three-point line. All right. I'm not going to start over everything we talked about. We just going to start from here. Let me tell you something, right? You guys say that Carmelo fits with the Knicks, which I don't think he fits with the system. I don't think he fits with Eric Spo. I know the Lamar, I think it was you said that he got right with Phil Jackson. Is he going to get right with?
No, I didn't say that. I said right. What I said. Not that he got right with Phil Jackson, is that LeBron fell in line for Spoelstra. And y'all narrative. Y'all narrative is far about he didn't fall in line with Spoelstra. I should have sent it to the group chat. He didn't fall in line with Spoelstra. Said that he never had a problem with Spoelstra. He had a problem with not allowing his boys to be on the plane and getting a salary. You know what I'm saying? LeBron and Spoelstra never had a problem.
That's fine, right? But it doesn't matter if it's on the court or off the court, right? Mm-hmm. LeBron, there are 100% reports coming out that Bron left because he did not want to confine to the Heat anymore. We all know that. Mm-hmm. There's several reports, close reports to the Heat that came out when LeBron left. The reason why he left was because he did not want to confine to them anymore. Yeah, so whether you want to put that, whether you want to put that on Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, boys being on the bus, not making salary, I don't give a fuck. LeBron didn't want to be in line there because he didn't want to put up with the rules and regulations there. But you're telling me a high ego Carmelo, right, who had a worse ego than LeBron James, is going to go on that team and then listen to Pat Riley and fuck. No, he's not. He's going to tell him, look, I need X amount of shots. I need X amount of shots. And they're not doing that. No, I'm just talking about in the basketball way. Nothing we're saying is personal. I'm talking about in the basketball. What I saw, I'm taking what, because look at his ego on the Knicks. That's all we can go off of, right? The same time he spent on the Knicks, he would have spent on the Heat, right? On the Knicks that he felt like he should have been sharing. Any of us felt like he should have been the number 2 option to. I don't think he had a true. I don't know. I wouldn't say he had a true number 2 option. That he should have fell in line for. I wouldn't say, but I don't think Carmelo falls in line with a great number 2. I'm sorry. Like his ego matters, bro. You guys, ego in basketball. I play ball. I play ball. I think ego matters, bro. No. Carmelo has that ego on his reputation. You can Google it.
I have a question.
You can Google it.
Carmelo. For years, people acted like Russ had a bad attitude and a bad ego. Mm-hmm. Am I lying? I wouldn't say he had a bad ego.
Bad attitude.
I don't know where the bad ego came from.
It was hard to play with, but until Paul George was like, I don't know why. Remember, Paul George had to, when he got there, he was like, Russ was one of my best teammates.
Well, that was 100% media made that up because KD left. But Carmelo never had a player on KD's level leave him for media to make that up. That was coming out the locker room. That was coming from what he did to Jeremy Lin. That was coming from there. You guys want to sit here? Hold on. You guys want to sit and act like Carmelo had no right? But so what? Right, 100%. Lamar. I'm with you on Jeremy Lin, right? I'm with you on Jeremy Lin. I'm 100% with you on Jeremy Lin. But in the time Jeremy Lin was with the Knicks, was he not going off? That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Carmelo made Jeremy Lin go back to the bench. We're not sugarcoating this shit for fucking Carmelo. Carmelo had a say in what happened to Jeremy Lin. He put the nigga. He put the yes. It was his say. No, it was his say. I'm starting off early. I'm not even talking about before he got him out there. I'm talking about when Carmelo came back from injury, he made Lin go back to the fucking bench. And then, no, he's not signing it. Instead of taking Lin and everything Lin did great that season, right? Instead of taking him like, oh, I could work with this guy. Maybe we can do something. Maybe that could be my number one, my number two option, my point guard. What does he do? He kicks him off the fucking team. Now, granted, Jeremy Lin is never the same, which I don't think Jeremy Lin is that guy. Never the fucking same, right? But you're telling me that's not an ego guy with somebody that came in, stole some spotlight, and Carmelo got him the fuck up out of there. But then you're going to tell me that Carmelo's going to be able to go play with two more guys that got to be in the spotlight, two more guys that got to have the ball in their hand. Carmelo isn't getting 30 shots a game. He's getting more like 15. You're going to tell me that shit's going to work.
That's not flash in the pan players that he played with, AAU with. That
Jeremy Lin, no, as much as I hate Jeremy Lin's run, he was deserving of that shit in that 2 weeks. I wish he could have carried it on for longer, and then it would have justified how big they made it. But Jeremy Lin going off that 2 weeks, nobody expected that from him. He was an undrafted player. He deserved every fucking bit of it. Every bit of it. Every bit of it for what he went through. Every bit of it. Getting kicked off team. A
2-week run player. That's what you said.
No, you work it out. You work it out. You see what it's supposed to do.
Put that nigga back on the fucking bench.
Like, you see what happens with him.
I don't care what happens to him.
Listen, I don't care for Jeremy Lin either, but what I'm saying is when you have a player with that much talent, you don't fucking get them up out of there when you're trying to win. You see what happens with him.
That much talent.
That much talent?
He don't have that much talent. His talent lasted for 2 weeks.
Well, no, you guys know my take on Jeremy Lin. You're making me cake for Jeremy right now.
I'm just saying, let's be realistic.
I'm about to end it here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Carmelo ego, it does not matter.
I'm not performing to no nigga who talent lasted for 2 weeks either.
Carmelo ego got Jeremy Lin to sit on the bench. Got Jeremy Lin up out of there. He got Jeremy Lin, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to give it up for a guy like Jeremy Lin. Right, but this is my point. Just listen to me for a second. If you're not going to give it up for a fucking guy like Jeremy Lin, what makes me think you're going to give it up for a guy like fucking LeBron? Right? You don't want to step aside for nobody. No, Carmelo didn't want to step to the side for nobody. For nobody. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you that. You want to know what stepping aside gets you? You want to know what stepping aside gets you? It gets you rings. Because you want to know who has a ring? You want to know who has a ring?
You don't think he's going to
step aside
for his homie?
Do you want to know? Do you want to know who has a ring? Stepping aside gets you a ring. You want to know who has one? Jeremy fucking Lin sitting on the bench. Carmelo couldn't even get a ring sitting on the bench. But you're telling me that even and Goat said this too. Goat said this. Hold on. Goat said this too. Goat made a perfect point. Goat made a perfect point. Did Carmelo work on the Thunder, or was there problems there on the Thunder with him playing above Russ and above PG? And I know you guys are going to say, well, he thought he was better than them. Okay, that would fit into Troy's ego thing. Because if he thought he was better than Paul George and a guy whose team it was, Russell Westbrook, who was averaging fucking triple doubles, what do you think he's going to do with Dwayne Wade and fucking LeBron? He's still going to think he's better than them. He's still going to think he deserves the fucking shot. Yes, he is. His ego's going to get in the way. His ego's going to get in the fucking way. Nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else in his defense.
You're right. And I don't care about none of that.
His ego gets in the fucking way. That shit does not work. He gets traded the first year.
I don't care about none of that at the end of the day.
He gets traded the first year.
You can say that his ego is going to get in the way of it when it's a player like a Jeremy Lin. When it's his homie like LeBron.
And a guy in the way with a player like Westbrook and a player like Paul George. His ego showed. His ego does not matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Westbrook and KD was homies. Westbrook and KD was homies. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. That's why. Yes, they were. That's why Westbrook was mad. KD didn't tell me he was fucking leaving. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They were homies.
No, they weren't.
What are you talking about?
Like Carmelo.
What are you talking about? Because they went on a fucking boat together? Because they went on a boat together? No. They took a vacation together. We don't know what Westbrook and fucking KD did. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. KD and fucking Westbrook was boys too. That's why Westbrook was hurt so much. That's why he was hurt so much. Okay, so a guy that's not my boy leaves me up and dry, and I'm going to be that fucking mad at him. Okay, yeah, sure. That's how it fucking works. That's how it fucking, no, that's your boy, and Westbrook said it.
Don't do that.
Westbrook said it. What are y'all talking about?
You know that Russ was upset. Don't do that. Don't do
Westbrook said it. He said it. Said it. Not upset. He said it.
I have a question.
He said it.
Guys, I have a question.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What did he say?
That he was mad that K didn't tell him because they were boys.
Exactly. That does not mean that that's my homie, right? I was just hold on. Because I'm finna fix that face of yours.
What are you talking about? No, you're not. No, you're not. They were fucking boys. What are you talking about?
That does not mean that they're boys, bro. That does not mean
they were.
No,
they were.
No, it does not.
They were.
It does not.
They
were.
It does not. They were. They literally said it. They were.
Hold on. I play on a team sport right now with a whole bunch of random ass dudes. 5 niggas left the team this fucking season. I was pissed off about it. I don't know what I'm doing from a can of paint.
Right, but that's a different situation. Those two guys, yes, it is. You're talking about a football team with 52 fucking niggas. I'm talking about a basketball team with 2 stars on it that have to play together. Yes, they are. Westbrook came out and told you why he was mad about it. I'm going to take Westbrook's word over your word. Sorry. I'm going to take Westbrook's word over your word. I'm sorry. I'm taking Westbrook's word over your word. Westbrook said that was the reason why he was mad. Because he betrayed him. He felt like, how I'm betrayed by a teammate if he's not my fucking homie. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You didn't fix no face. You didn't fix no face, though. My face still the same. You didn't fix no face. You didn't fix. I thought you were gonna fix a face. You didn't fix no face. Y'all niggas make so much excuses. Like, some niggas was boys. That's why Westbrook was mad. No, it's not. Yeah, real life that them niggas was boys. Now we're trying to spin narratives. We're trying to spin shit. Fucking Carmelo had an ego, and everybody fucking knows it. Everybody fucking knows he had an ego. Go back to the original conversation. Melo had an ego, and everybody fucking knows it. He wasn't working on the Heat with Eric Spoelstra. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Carmelo that we know. The Carmelo we know. You can take the Jeremy Lin situation out of it. Carmelo still got a fucking ego. That's why he didn't want to sit on the bench.
And you don't think
he didn't want to sit on the bench?
You want to go play with his homie?
That's why he didn't want to sit on the bench.
You don't think he wanted
Why was he out the league 2 years? Why was Carmelo out the league 2 years? Somebody tell me why was Carmelo out the league 2 years? Was it because of Jeremy Lin? No, it was because of his fucking ego.
Are we talking about an old Carmelo or a Carmelo that's 27 years old?
I'm talking about Carmelo on the Knicks. That's where he had the fucking ego. That's where it started. What are you talking about? That's where it started. That's where it started. We're talking about that Carmelo on the Heat. That's where his ego started. What are y'all talking about?
Okay. Listen, I have a question.
What are you talking about?
I have a question for you. Stop it. Mo, I have a question for you.
What are you talking about?
Carmelo Anthony's in the Heat.
Y'all niggas thinking to name Carmelo, and he's not one of those players that can fit in every fucking system. He doesn't fit with the Heat, no matter how good he is. No matter. That's the conversation we're having, though. That's the conversation we're having. Yes, it is. The conversation we're having is that he fit on the Heat.
And that he can get a rebound. Don't sit here and say that.
No, the conversation was if you please correct me when I'm wrong. The conversation was about swapping ball shots for Carmelo, and then I just rewatched the fucking video because I just clipped it, and then I said, let me ask you a question and we can end it here. Is Carmelo getting the rebound that boss got? There was 2 parts to that. So the part is, does he fit on the Heat, and is he getting the rebound? And both of them are no.
Heat. I never said he's gonna fit anywhere the fuck else. I said on the Heat.
He doesn't fit on the Heat, though. That's what we're talking about.
That's what I said. I never said he was going to fit anywhere else. I said he was going to fit
on the Heat. But I'm not saying he fit. Nobody's talking about him fitting. I'm talking about what he did in his career. If I'm talking about him having ego, and then I'm bringing up the instance where his ego fucked shit up, then that's the only thing I could go off of. He had an ego with somebody as less as Jeremy Lin. Whether you feel like he's right or wrong about it, he had an ego with somebody as less as Jeremy Lin taking his spotlight, and then he goes to OKC and he has a problem of fucking Westbrook and Paul George taking more shots than him. Like, that ego was there already. That ego's been there. That's what I'm saying. That shit would have fucked up the culture on the Heat. That's what I'm saying. That's what I know. I'm not attacking him as a person. I'm only talking about what I've seen as him as a Heat fan and Boston playing him time and time again. That's what I'm talking about. He has a fucking ego.
Like I said, that's fine.
Eric Spoelstra ain't putting up with that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's fine, bro. What I'm saying is, he's going to conform with one of his longtime friends in LeBron James.
Friends don't always work out together. You keep saying that they're friends like they automatically going to work out together.
I didn't say nothing while you was talking. Hold on, let me finish.
Yes, you did.
No, I did. I just let you finish. Tirade. What are you talking about? I just let you finish. I was quiet. We can run this back. You was quiet. You were always talking all the time. And I didn't say nothing to you. I literally sat there like this.
Okay.
Right?
After you got done cutting me off, you let me finish at the end. Go ahead, Mulich.
I did, right? I did.
After you got done cutting me off, you let me finish at the end. Go ahead, Mulich. So now that I'm cutting you off
All right,
in the
come on,
beginning, I
come on,
can't get
guys.
my cut off back.
Let's get through
Listen, this
this.
is how I work. I
Yeah,
can't
come
get
on.
my cuts all back.
I
Troy
can
don't get
say
his
that.
cuts all back.
And
Troy
you
got to be
can say
quiet
that.
so everybody can
That's
finish,
why
but everybody
it's
can cut
debate.
me off and then let me finish at the end, right?
I
Okay.
can say that, and then you can say that. Just like how you said that it was an ego thing, I can say that he's going to conform because that's his homie LeBron James. That's what I'm saying.
But Mo, I do have a question for you because I know
Boys don't always work out together. So if you're just going off of
Y'all
Dougie
done cut
and
me off
boys,
like 4
that does
times
not mean
already.
they're going to play well together, bro.
You're right. They don't.
You guys already
But I'm saying,
cut me
I'm
off
saying,
4
I'm saying,
times.
I'm saying, I think it might. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, go.
All right. Hopefully Troy doesn't cut me off here. So, my question to you, Moo, and I've heard the answer from Troy already. Do you think Carmelo Anthony would have been a second option or third option in the Heat?
I think he's the second option.
Okay. So, if we're taking the ego thing, I don't have a problem with you saying he would conform to LeBron James because I do sort of agree with Troy's point and yours point, but I do think he would be a third option. The reason for that is because the Heat valued Dwayne Wade a lot in that franchise because what he did for them, and especially in that point where he was still balling. That guy, he was balling. When LeBron was there and he was struggling, who showed up? It was Dwayne Wade, and I feel like Pat Riley and Eric Spo would be, you know what, man? Dwayne Wade has done so much for a franchise, and yes, Carmelo Anthony is a tremendous talent, but I don't think Dwayne Wade would conform to being a third option too. I feel like he would have been, okay, you know what? I'll let LeBron because he's one of the best players in our generation. He's one of the greatest of all time, right? But Carmelo Anthony, I mean, I've done so much for you guys. Let me be at least a second option. And I feel like that would be a problem with Carmelo Anthony too, being a third option with Dwayne Wade. I feel like that would have been the ego problem. Not with LeBron, but that would have been the real ego problem with Dwayne Wade, vice versa with those two.
You're talking about three ball-dominant players playing together. They said the same thing when James Harden, Kyrie, and KD got together. Three ball-dominant players. How the fuck is this going to work? Mm-hmm. The reason why Bosh worked there is because Bosh didn't need the ball in his hand. Bosh can make the sacrifice to just play on defense and get in where he can fit it on offense. Carmelo isn't doing that. That's my problem with you saying Carmelo just fits on the Heat because that's what Eric Spoelstra is going to have to be on. Carmelo's going to spend most of his time in the paint. That's not Carmelo's game. Carmelo needs the ball at the top to work his way down. That's Carmelo's game. They're not going to put the ball in Carmelo's hand 20, 30 times a game. They have to split that between Wade and fucking LeBron. That's a problem. It was a problem on the Thunder. It was going to be a problem while he's younger, more in his prime than he was, because he wasn't in his prime on the OKC. I'm not going to say that. You could say he was coming towards the end of it or he was falling off of it. But on the Knicks, he was in his prime. So now you're taking a prime Melo with that ego that he had that everybody was saying, just like the Pistons said, oh, we would have drafted Carmelo. He had a big enough ego that he would have wanted to start it from the first year and it would have fucked up our chemistry. Mm-hmm. That's why we went and drafted him. So everybody in the NBA knew he fucking came in with an ego. So I don't want to hear this Carmelo didn't have an ego thing. And he's going to he's going to confine to LeBron because he's his friend. Or just because you're friends doesn't mean that shit works out all the time. It doesn't. That work either. You kept saying, oh, they're boys. It's going to work. They're boys. That shit don't mean nothing, Mulich. You kept saying they're homies. What does that have to do with them playing together? Oh, he's going to confine to LeBron because they're homies. No, he has to confine to Pat Riley. It's not LeBron's team. That's the mistake you made. He's going to confine to LeBron. No, he's going to confine to the Heat. That's what you should have said. It's not LeBron's team. It's Pat Riley and fucking Eric Spoelstra's team. That's the problem when we're talking sports. It's the player above anything else. Carmelo isn't above what he's going into. He's going to have to make the sacrifice, not the Wade, not LeBron. The Wade sacrifice that he would have made was the same sacrifice he made for Bosh, which was taking less money.
He took less money and
he took less money to make that sacrifice.
He did
Bosh
a sacrifice.
made the ultimate sacrifice in his game because he took less shots. He had the ball in his hands less. We know how much of a beast fucking Chris Bosh was. Don't act like Chris Bosh couldn't drop fucking 25 to 28 points on that team. He couldn't, though. There's not enough time to put the ball in all three of their hands. That's what we're not thinking about. Carmelo is very fucking talented. All three of us are about to vote him into our Hall of Fame. There's no question about that. But he does not fit on that Heat team. Because of what Eric Spoelstra wants for their guys, Carmelo's not confining to that. You could say he confines to LeBron, but he doesn't need to confine to LeBron because LeBron didn't even fully confine to what the Heat wanted from him. That's why he fucking left. He left because he didn't want to do it no more. You think Carmelo would have wanted to do it too? No.
To win
That's
a
my only
championship, yep.
point. No, because Carmelo would have fucking, if that was the case, right? You're telling me before he signed the extension with the Knicks, he knew he could have went and played with Bron and Bosh, but he signed the extension anyway? What does that tell you?
He's chasing money.
So what makes you think, Mulich? We're having a real conversation. Fuck all the hypotheticals. So if we all know Melo chase money. So what makes you think if Melo go to that team and he see the way Pat Riley and them trying to run it, to make him play defense, to make him do all this other shit that he's not used to doing, you don't think that's going to be like, yo, I don't want to fucking do this shit? Even if it means it, but Carmelo, to me, Carmelo never wanted to win a championship. That's to me. To me, Carmelo never wanted to win a championship. So if you're saying that that's the only way, then he could have found it another way. How many finals did Carmelo make it to? We can name plethora of other fucking players that we will put above fucking star players that we put Carmelo above it, and they got a finals appearance at least.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Carmelo ego has hindered him all his career, and I can't fathom that we're not taking in consideration that is how his ego is going to come into play with a fucking Miami Heat team that prides themselves on defense and fucking guys not doing certain shit.
You're right. The only thing I'm saying, bro, this is the only thing I've been saying the whole goddamn time. Literally. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm saying is that if they come to him with this proposal saying, hey, I get how you are, Carmelo. We get how you are. The whole league knows how you are. You made enough money. But would you mind? Would you mind coming and sit down and winning this fucking championship with us?
No.
But why do you? But what is
no? Because he couldn't.
The second option?
Mulich, he couldn't go sit on a fucking bench at the end of his career, bro. You think he's gonna fucking be like, yeah, I'm gonna take the back seat to the back seat of the back seat? No, he's not going to do. He's not. I understand you, Moo. I understand you, but Carmelo isn't doing that. You can name any other player, and they'd be like, hell, fucking yeah, I'll go sit behind Bosh and
I don't know
LeBron.
That.
We do know it because if that was the case, he would have fucking got there and not signed. If that, see, what we're forgetting is these players have been talking for years. So players know shit. They talk about playing together. Carmelo knew he had a chance to go there. Carmelo chased the bag. He even probably chased his own team, right? That's probably something Carmelo won't tell you. That, no, I didn't want to go to them because I didn't want to play with them. I wanted to play against them, right? He could tell you that. But all I can go off of is what Carmelo did in his career. The Pistons said coming in, he had an ego. Leaving off Denver, he had an ego. Signing the multi-5-year deal with the Knicks, he had an ego. So if I'm taking that, going to OKC, not wanting to come off the bench, that's his ego. Then being out of the league 2 years, having to have Dame get him back in the league, and then going in Portland and being good off the bench, finally confined, still off the bench. But you don't think in his mind he wants to get back to the starting lineup? Why nobody signed him this year? He was such good of a 3-point shooter for the Lakers the year that he played for him. Why nobody signed Carmelo this year? Is he not worth it? Could he not have filled a roster spot? I believe he could have. I believe he could have filled the roster spot, at least for his 3-point shooting, but why do you think nobody wants to deal with him? It's the same reason why people say how you said about Westbrook, the fucking ego, which I don't even think Westbrook have an ego. I just think Westbrook knows how good he is, and people want him to think less of himself. Nobody's asking that of Carmelo. But when you got 3 superstars on the team, 3 superstars, Wade, LeBron, and Carmelo, all superstars. Am I correct? Yep. All superstars. Somebody's got to make a sacrifice, Mulich, and that's all I'm saying. That's been me from the get. Somebody has to make a sacrifice, and Carmelo ain't doing that.
Hold on.
Not at that time when he's one of the best scorers in the league. You're asking him to take a 3rd seat. He's not doing that, Moo. He's one of the best scorers in the league. It's not. Because you're not the franchise, Mulich, the franchise isn't going to put anybody over Dwayne. We know that already. You can't say he's not going to take a 2nd seat behind Dwayne because LeBron is. So we got to be realistic here. We're thinking about his skill, and he'll be a 2nd option because of his skill. That's 100%. But his skill has nothing to do with Wade being there, bringing that organization a championship before anybody else came to play with him besides Shaq, right? He already gave them a win, right? He put them on the map. Wade was that for them. They're not going to fuck him over. That's why they brung his ass back after the fucking Bulls stint.
And also, like, there's one thing, Moo. You said that why can't Carmelo take a backseat to win a championship, which I do feel like there's a problem with his ego, but I mean, why can't he? But the problem is,
why didn't he?
But the problem is, when I asked you who would be a 2nd option, you said Carmelo Anthony. So that completely contradicts your statement of why can't he take a backseat to Wade to win a championship?
No, I said Wade would take the backseat.
Wade can't take the backseat.
Wade can't.
He can't. It's
The
his
franchise
team.
won't
Why
allow him to.
not?
It's his team.
Exactly. If it's my team, then I know it's my fucking team. I'm gonna
No, because let's not
pay
move.
No,
You
y'all
can't
like
do
to
that.
think about it with
Move,
the
you
pride
can't
and
do that.
ego
The
thing.
first year,
That's the pride and ego thing right there.
But the first year did Wade and LeBron not fight over who was taking the last shot, right? That's an ego thing, 100%. So if they already was having but this is what I'm saying. If they're already having those problems between them fucking two, you add Carmelo's ego to that. What is it?
And
A
then
big
what did
fucking
D-Wade do, guys?
explosion.
What did D-Wade do, guys? Please tell me.
D-Wade took a backseat to LeBron.
To LeBron.
To do
Take-
what?
But
To
hold
do
on.
what? To do what?
But did he
Win
take a
his
backseat to
championship, but he's
Bosh?
not doing that to
Did he take a
Carmelo.
backseat
Do
to
what,
Bosh?
bro? Please
Did he
answer the question.
did he
Please
take a
answer the
backseat
question.
to Bosh?
Please
Did he
answer
take
the question, dog.
he did it to win, but did he take a backseat to Bosh
Thank
to
you.
win? Did he
He
take
did
a
it to
backseat
win.
to Bosh?
Thank
To
you.
LeBron, you're saying thank you, and you're not even comprehending what you're asking, Malik. This is what pisses me off. It's like, did he take a backseat?
Did I not?
Yes, to LeBron. Carmelo.
Exactly.
Carmelo
I never
have to
said
take
he
a
was taking a
backseat.
backseat to anybody else.
But you're not listening. But what you're not comprehending is what you're not comprehending is what you're not. I am listening to what you're saying, but you're not listening to what you're saying. Yes, I am. You're saying. Oh my God, you're saying because you're not listening. You're saying that. You're saying that. Bosh, you're saying no. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm telling you. I'm responding to what you're saying. So you said that Wade took a backseat to LeBron. Right? But now we're talking about a big three. You're leaving a piece of that out. Did Wade take a backseat to Bosh? Yes or no?
He didn't have to.
Why not?
No,
Why not? Why not?
No, he didn't have
Why
to.
not?
Who's
Why
the better
not?
scoring option?
Why not?
Who's the better option?
Why not?
Who's
Why
the better
not?
option? Who's
Why
the better
not?
option?
Why
Who's
not?
the better option
Why
between
not?
LeBron, between
Why
Chris
not?
Bosh and D-Wade?
Why wouldn't have
D-Wade.
Bosh took a backseat to
Because
Chris Bosh?
D-Wade is the better scoring option.
If it
at
gave
that
them the
point, right?
better chance of winning, why wouldn't he have took a backseat to Bosh?
Because Chris taking a backseat to Chris Bosh doesn't give them the best chance of winning, Troy. Are you
Right, and
serious?
him taking a backseat to Carmelo doesn't give him the best chance of winning, Mullet.
You don't even know
What
that.
the fuck?
You don't even know that.
Yes, I do. Yes,
No, you
where have
don't.
he won?
No, you
Where
don't.
has he won? Where has he
No, you
won?
don't.
Where
You
has
don't
he
even
won?
know it.
Where
You
has
don't
he
even know
won?
that.
Where has he
You don't
won?
even know it.
Where has
You
he
don't
won?
even know it, bro. You don't
Even
know it.
if I don't know, we're sitting here arguing we're sitting here debating a hypothetical. So I don't even know that. Doesn't even fucking matter in this conversation because we don't know nothing we're talking about, Mulich. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
We don't.
What are we doing here?
This is for content, guys. I guess you're right. We don't.
What are we doing here? I don't understand it. It's like y'all niggas cape for the people y'all love, and it's like, yo, I don't have nothing against
Carmelo's
Carmelo,
never been my
and I'm
favorite
gonna
player,
keep
bro.
it.
I
I'm
just
gonna
feel like
keep it
he
real
gives
for
us a
y'all.
better second
Carmelo was a selfish motherfucker. That's who
That's
Carmelo
fine.
was.
I'm not. I
We're
was
not
never
gonna
even
sit
a
here and
Carmelo
ignore like
Anthony
he's
fan,
not a
bro.
self. Oh, he's gonna take a back seat because
that quote
Braun,
for
right?
people you love is bullshit.
Nigga not taking no. He's not taking no back seat.
Sorry.
He's not taking
Sorry.
no back
Was
seat.
never a Carmelo Anthony fan
He's
like
not
that,
taking
bro.
no back
Sorry.
seat.
Sorry.
He's not.
Sorry.
Carmelo ain't taking no back seat. Nigga didn't even want to sit on the bench at the end of his career.
Fan like that, bro. He's from Baltimore, New York. I'm a Cali boy.
Woo.
I still think that he would be a better second option. Don't care what anybody.
He will never be a second option.
And that's fine. You can think that all you want. I'm not here to change your mind.
I'm not thinking it. I know it. I
Listen,
know it. He
You
will
can
never
know
be a
what you
second
want. Like I
option.
said, I'm not here to change your mind.
He will never be a second option.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Nigga was barely a first option on the Knicks.
Hold on, Move.
That's fine.
Move.
That's what I think.
Your opinion is valid in thinking he could be a better second option in terms of
a better scorer, 100%, but he's not the second option.
But that's what he's saying in terms of offensive skill. But in my opinion, the franchise won't allow that to happen because how they value D-Wade. That's what I've been saying this whole conversation. People are not looking at it.
Wait, that third year. One question, Move, and then I'll let you go. That third year when y'all said, because even Lamar said Carmelo's the third option the first 2 years. The third year when Wade knees give out, he becomes the second option, right? And that third year when Wade knees gave out, did Wade take a back seat to Bosh?
No.
All right, guys. Next on the show.
D-Wade is?
Was Bosh? No, 100%. But if the Wade took a dip, he took a dip. Everybody says he took a dip in his third year.
Yep.
He took a dip. So when had Chris Bosh was a mean-ass scorer on the fucking Raptors, wouldn't you think they'd be like, all right, Chris Bosh, go back to doing what you do. You're the second option out of LeBron. We're going to ask you to score 20. No, they didn't. They still put the trust in Wade's hands.
Carmelo's there, they do that to Carmelo.
Hold on. Did they not still put the trust in Wade's hands? They're going to do that because that franchise is loyal. We're not talking about no other franchise.
Carmelo's there, they do. I think they do that to Carmelo.
They don't.
Sorry. Because they value D-Wade. They value D-Wade. We're not gonna put our star player in jeopardy like that. So yeah, we're gonna bring in a guy.
What?
listen to what I'm saying, bro. We know that D-Wade is deteriorating. We know that as star athletes get older, their game starts to deteriorate. They start to look worse, which starts to turn them into enemy number one in front of the home crowd. Why not? Instead, let's protect our star. Let's protect our guy. Let's bring in another guy.
Do you see all? Do you see all?
Let's have him conform. Let's have him be behind LeBron. Let's have D-Wade.
Do you see all the pieces that have to fall for Carmelo to be the second option?
Hey. So what? I never said that none of that doesn't have to happen. I just said that I think he'll be a better second option.
All I'm doing in this hypothetical
argument.
No, I'm not. All I'm doing in this hypothetical is looking at what the Heat was and what Carmelo was in the time that the Heat were together, and that is the Knicks. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. No, you're leaving out his impact of his ego on the team, and that's big to anybody. Anybody. Would we not say Jordan's Poole? And I don't even know if you would say Eagle. When we not say Jordan Poole fucked up the postseason somewhat for Golden State this year, we say his ego got in the way because he couldn't shake shit, right? He couldn't get that's ego. Yes, it is. It's ego. He couldn't, his mentality couldn't rap. His ego's hurt. His pride is hurt. He can't figure it the fuck out. J-Mal punched him in his face and he just keeps saying that's his ego. His ego's hurt, bro. His ego is hurt. It affects people in different ways. All I'm saying is I'm not challenging your Moolish. The way you're responding is it's like we're calling Carmelo bum, like I called him Bum Mello like I did to Mel. Mel spazzed out because I called him Bum Mello. I didn't call him Bum Mello. You acting like I'm saying Melo's a bum. Not every superstar fits in every system. Carmelo doesn't fit in that system, and that's all I'm saying. You can think otherwise. And I think he doesn't fit in that system, bro. That's he doesn't. Right. If he does, why didn't, to end this hypothetical, right? Why didn't Bron go get him?
I don't know. I'm not LeBron James. Go ask LeBron James, bro.
Why did he sign it? Why did he sign the deal with the Knicks? If he knew,
I'm not Carmelo. Go ask him.
It's a hypothetical. It's a hype. We're debating a hypothetical. Ain't no go ask Carmelo. I'm asking for you to continue the hypothetical and tell me if Carmelo knew that he had a chance to go join Wade and LeBron that year and on the Heat. But he decided to sign a contract. Why would he do that?
I don't know. I'm not Carmelo Anthony.
Like, why would he do that?
Hold on, guys.
That nigga did not want to take a back seat. I'll answer it for you because the answer is scary. It's because he didn't want to take a back seat.
You can feel like that all you want. I'm not here to change your mind, gang. Like I said,
I ain't here to change your mind either. I don't know why you keep saying that, Moolich. I don't know why you keep saying that. I'm not here to change your mind.
Because you keep going on the point. That's why.
100%.
Wait, but guys,
oh my God.
Hold on. Let's get Lamar's opinion. Oh shit. No. He's not responding, man. Come on, Lamar. Anyway.
This leads us into
safe.
This is why I keep going. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm going because that's how I feel. But we got a safer out for you guys, and it's no other than Carmelo Anthony. So I'm going to do it how I used to do it back in the day, and I'm going to give you the breakdown of Carmelo's career. Carmelo, college, Syracuse. He was drafted first round, third pick, third overall, 2003 by the Denver Nuggets. He had a 19-year career. He was 03-04 Rookie of the Year, time All-Star, 12-13 scoring champion, and then 6-time All-NBA, 75 team. He's played 1,260 games in his career, averaged 22.5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 44% from the field, 35% from the field, 80% from the free throw line, has an efficient field goal percentage of 48%. Let's go. I like to do this. I like to do his game highs. This is not in one game. This is just his game highs over his career. Regular season, played 55 minutes. Career highs. I'm not going to keep repeating career highs. Point 62, rebounds 22. Moolich 22 rebounds. Okay. 7, steals 6, blocks 4, offensive rebounds 12, defensive 15. Okay. Field goals made 23, field goals attempted 36. Goddamn. 3-pointers made 9, 3-pointers attempted 13, field goals 19 of 24, taking 10 turnovers in a game. God damn, Melo. Playoff Melo, which he didn't do well in the playoffs. So that's another thing Troy didn't bring up in the Melo debate, is he don't play well in the playoffs. Okay. Playoffs, minutes 46, points 42, rebounds 17, assists 9, steal 5, block 2, rebound 7, defensive 12, field goals 18, attempts 35, goddamn, field goal 3-pointers made in the playoffs, 4 attempted 9, free throws 16 attempted 29 turnovers. Oh, that's the game show. All right. So the question is simple: is Carmelo safe or out? Is he in the Hall of Fame or is he out of the Hall of Fame?
Safe. Like baseball, I'm watching right now.
I wish it was somebody else here because Troy going to say he out.
Meh. Well, I mean, I could understand it, but I just think Carmelo's safer. What he's done, his ability.
Now,
also,
this is why Troy says he out. Is because I don't think Carmelo is a first ballot, and this is his first time being entered into our Hall of Fame. So I don't think he's a first ballot. Russell Westbrook has better numbers than.
I just feel like Troy hates Carmelo. Troy's a Carmelo hater.
I'm taking Russell Westbrook over Carmelo.
I think it's because Carmelo from Baltimore and Troy from Jersey. I think they don't get along with it on that side.
I don't have nothing against Carmelo. Y'all just see people just hate. People just dislike. And me and Moo love each other. I don't think me and Moo feel any type of way. This is what we do.
Them Jersey and the Baltimore don't get along.
Moo is being like everybody else right now, and because Troy is keeping it real on a player, it's got to be hate. Nah, I'm just keeping it real on Melo. That's how I feel about Melo. I don't feel he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has one scoring title. Six all NBAs, but he has, I think, 2 first teams. Westbrook has more than that. So, I mean, and Westbrook has played 4 years less than him and has better numbers than him. So, I could check the accolades because I'm pretty sure Westbrook has the same amount of accolades as.
And a finals appearance, too.
Right, and a finals appearance and better stats in the playoffs. So,
I mean, I have Westbrook, too, but I do think Carmelo
is he's definitely a Hall of Famer, but for this safe out because it's the first time we bring him up. Because I think in this one, we're going to do ballots. So it's the ballots he gets in. So right now it's a 2-1 vote. So he gets in first ballot, which I'm not saying Carmelo's first ballot, but I think we need to start doing ballots so people understand what type of ballot of a player that we're talking about. But if Carmelo is the example of first ballot, then I think we're starting off in a fucked up place. I just want Moo to know that. All right. It
don't matter. He got in, so it don't matter.
Hey, he ain't in. He'll say he in for now, but he ain't in.
The vote is 2 for 1. He got in.
He ain't in.
Troy.
Yeah.
He in there.
You want to do the game show?
He in there.
Oh yeah, we're about to do the game show now.
All right.
It's only for Moo.
What about if I present it and you don't see the list, but you probably
I saw it already.
Yeah. All right. So
it's just for Moo.
Just for Moo.
This show is going to run long. I just don't
like I'm the biggest Carmelo fan ever, huh?
I don't like when we're having a debate and then people try to shut the debate off. You just did the mail to us, and I don't like.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Nah, state your fucking point. I don't care how many times you got to repeat yourself. State your shit, nigga.
We're not
here to change. And I stated shit like 7 times and kept stating it. I don't give a fuck. You made me repeat myself.
About me, bro. I don't
like repeating myself. I don't like repeating myself. Y'all niggas make me do it all the time on the show. No, you don't. You got to repeat yourself. Troy got to repeat himself 7, 8 times for you motherfuckers. I'm gonna start making you niggas repeat yourself the same amount of time. That's just what it is. Y'all make me repeat myself. Y'all make me repeat myself.
I don't make you do nothing. I don't never ask you Troy what you say. Hold on, Troy.
You're part of it. No, because you guys would say something like I didn't say something, then I got to restate what I say all the time, and I could run the tape on that. All of you niggas do it. All of you do.
All of us?
You would say something. Yes, you would say something like I didn't say something to respond to me, and I would have to go back and tell you exactly what I said.
You know that's Cat. I'm always the one who says you say it. Stop
Moo,
playing
you do it. You do it, Moo. You do it, Moo. Oh, do it. Look, you trying to get clipped up, bro. Don't get clipped up, bro. Don't get clipped up, Moo. Don't get clipped up.
Run it back, please.
Don't get clipped up.
Please.
Now, I didn't say that you don't be like, yo, Troy, you said that. You do. You're one of the most consistent, like Troy, you said that, but you do have your moments and be like, well, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. I said, and this what you said, not listening, which I said, Troy would say something. You guys will respond to it in a way like I didn't just say something in what I said, and then I will have to repeat myself. That's what Troy said. Troy didn't say that, oh, he's wrong, and then I got, oh, you don't tell me. I'm saying that I say stuff in debates, just in this debate, Mulich, you did it. You did exactly what I'm saying in this debate. I said something, you said something like I didn't say something to already cook that point, which makes me have to go back and reiterate the point to you, which is repeating myself. And I did it to you too. I did it multiple times to you too. So that's all I'm saying.
You guys going back and forth like Melo and Wade would go back and forth on the
Melo
Heat. But
and
anyway,
Wade?
yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the game show ready.
I'll just say yeah.
Moo, you tired right after doing that tackle?
Moo got cooked. That nigga gave up in the middle of it.
never got cooked.
Moo didn't get cooked, bro. You gave up in the middle of it, bro.
I didn't give up, bro. I literally stated my point, and I moved the fuck on. You kept trying to move the point, move the goalpost.
Oh man, no, I wasn't. I stayed on my point. My point has always been the same from the get.
Because you brought up hella extra different shit and Jeremy Lin and all that stuff like that.
Right,
yes,
we talked about ego. I didn't move the goalpost.
You moved the goalpost.
Yo, you guys don't even know what the goalpost is. If I'm talking about Carmelo's ego and then I'm bringing things up that fits into his ego, how am I moving the goalpost? Somebody please explain it to me. You see what Troy got to deal with? See what Troy got to deal with?
You're moving it.
I'm moving it. Sure, you moved the goalpost for Melo several times too. That I could point out in the same conversation.
My point stayed the same, gang, the whole time.
No, it did not. I just said the same thing. You told me no, I didn't. But now you're gonna hit me with what I just told you. Moo, you gotta stop it. You gotta stop. I can't wait to start cutting up this thing for TikTok. And I'm gonna show you every point. Every clip, bro. How about you do it? How about you take it and you go through it so you can see it yourself?
Watch the show right after we're done.
Oh my god!
I'll record it and send it to you.
Oh my god!
Stop playing with me, bro. What?
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god!
But if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Moo dropped this argument like he dropped that interception. If I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like you dropped it a little bit too early.
No, I don't. I think all
right, Moo, you ready for this game show that you ready for?
Well,
you ready for this game show that's only gonna be you?
Nah,
man,
you still dry over here, gang.
Like fried.
This shit's still raw.
Like fried.
Troy,
this is still raw.
Troy, this is the game show that took the most.
Still raw, bro. You might want to cut it up and just put some extra seasoning on there.
Yo, this
your oven off over here, gang.
Bad. I didn't use the oven. I put your ass in the air fryer. That's what you get.
Hey, yo, shit unplugged.
Now it can't be unplugged because you thought I used the oven, but I used the air fryer. Now it's unplugged. Look at this. There he goes moving the goalpost.
You using air fryer.
There he goes moving the goalpost again. It's this nigga. Here we go, Moo. Come on, Moo. Guess the damn teams.
Hey,
right.
This is the game show that took me the most time. And Moo was the only one playing. But you know what? Thank you, Moo, for being on the show. Shout out to Moo.
I don't even have a guess that damn team animation.
Guess that player.
I'll play it, whatever.
All right,
your first one, Moo. Yeah.
If you don't
Drew Holiday.
Nope.
Drew Holiday.
It's John Henson, the greatest.
Who?
You don't know John Henson? He's a goat in 2K. In 2K, you play with the Bucks.
Okay. That's what I thought. Next.
No, I actually know him. He played on the Pistons.
Oh, Noah, Butler, Rose.
Troy, you good?
Yeah, I'm fucking good over here. I got some good cooking in the night.
You sure? Cause you raw.
Yeah, I got some good cooking in the night.
Raw over here.
Probably the best. Probably some of the best cooking I've ever did.
I don't think so.
Can't be no lights out. Face too shiny.
You know what? If we're gonna be honest, if we're gonna be honest, I cooked both of you guys. I'm gonna have some good cooked Troy and some good cooked Moolage, medium rare, both with some nice sauce on them.
I ain't never seen Moo get cooked like that.
Might be Jabari, but I don't know.
Who?
Jabari Parker.
You said Jabari Parker. That is incorrect.
Come on, Moo.
I could have saved this too.
You probably could have because
I could have saved this, but it's too late.
No, please do.
He said, "Please do." You want me to save it?
I would love to see it.
See what?
Power.
What are you talking about, Moo? God damn, I'm talking about save the game show for another episode. You would love to see what, Moolage? Please tell me.
The game show for another episode.
No, you didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, Moolage, I would love to see it.
You know what? Let's get this through, man. Let's get this through.
You want to save it, Moo? Because we can stop here.
We can. I'm the only one playing. It's not really You feel me? Like that's why I said I would love to see it.
See, but that don't make no sense, Moo. That don't make no sense, Moo.
Nobody's on. Hold on, nobody has social media. Y'all don't be on Twitter. Monique meme. I would love to see it.
No,
Y'all
but I'm talking about.
Because
Moo, you want to save this for next show? I would love to see it. That don't make no sense. Moo.
I would
It's
love
like,
to see it.
It's like Lamar saying I'm a car. Like, I
would love to see it. I don't be on social media.
All right, let's get out of here. Me and Moo done had enough. Let's get the fuck out of here. Anybody got final thoughts, bro?
You go first, Moo.
Holy shit.
What's that say? I would love to see it. There you go. That's my final thought.
Oh shit. So go. This is what I'm gonna need you to go. I'll tell you after this. Go final thoughts.
My final thoughts. This was a great show.
This is why I didn't have the show yesterday because you wasn't there, nigga. I wasn't having this show without you being here. Go ahead. Go. Sorry.
This was a great show as usual. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Links will be in the bio. I hope you guys enjoyed me cooking Troy and Moolage. If you guys want to stop by for dinner tonight, we'll have some nice gravy and some nice cooked Troy and Moo. So yeah. But to end the show off, you guys have a great day, great night, and please check us out Wednesday tomorrow.